Yo! What's good, everybody? This is your boy Redemption, and I'm bringing you another monster DPS loadout, because I know you're tired of seeing weak DPSs in the midst of DC Universe. And it's getting really frustrating getting shit done, so I'm just going to produce a DPS loadout for almost every power. This is Ice. Okay, this is a might precision based Ice loadout. Well, okay, all of your powers should be might and precision. Okay, let's just keep it real here, people. Precision is your weapon, and you should be clipping your weapon into everything that you do. Okay, so if you're not, that's probably why your numbers aren't as good as everybody else's. So what we're going over today is Ice. First, we're going to go to our storms, and our storms, you need to go straight down the middle to Wintry Tempest, and straight down your left side to Resonant Gale. Okay, those are the two most important things in the Ice. They're the only things that you need to worry about, so go ahead and get those out of the way and we can move on. Now if you notice, the Wintry Tempest causes frostbite, and the Resonating Gale has a stronger effect with the frostbite, so you gotta watch for your power interactions. Now you need your Ice Bash, you need your Frost, and your 35%. Okay. Now you have the option of putting in Reflect, but we'll get more into that a little bit later on. We'll discuss that. Okay, because there's options with this power. Now first you want your Frost Blast. Now as your second, you can put whatever you want, because in Triangle that's not really something. It's just something to fill up the slot. So you know, you can either put a 35 what do you call it? You can put a supercharge in there, or you can skip the supercharge and put in Frost your what the hell's the name of it? Your Reflect Shield, so that you can get your chill effects. Because that, if you get enough chill effects, it gives you about 60 seconds, I think, of 50% increase. Okay, so you want your Frost Bash, your Impaling Ice, your Ice Bash, Wintry Tempest, and your Resonating Gale. Okay, these are your main focus. Now, what you want to know, okay, when you're doing your combos, okay, one, you want to clip your weapon in between every power interaction. Okay, I know everybody's got these combos where they just clip straight through their powers and blah blah blah. Well, that's why they're only doing decent damage as DPSs, because clipping your powers is only half of it. If you can't clip your weapon in there to get the extra, think about it like this: every time you clip your weapon in, if you figure out when your Focus Blast hits hardest, every Focus Blast has a point to where it'll hit the hardest. Okay, that just holding triangle for that full bar isn't what's going to get you your hit. Okay, so what you want to do is clip your weapon with each power interaction. Okay, like when you do this, this is going to make it so that you're guaranteed to hit at least 1,000 something every time you release a power. Even if your power is not that strong, you can make it stronger by clipping your weapon in with each interaction. Okay, so take a moment to get used to your weapon attack. Okay, get used to your Focus Blast for whatever weapon you have. There's one for each one, pretty much. Okay, and if you see, you can get it to hit for the crits. You know, that's what you're doing when you're figuring out the timing on your weapon. Okay, count in your head for a second, or you know, watch when the bar hits to where the amount of damage it does, and you'll be able to figure out what the strongest way to hit with your weapon is. Okay, on average, if you have about 1,000 to 1,200 precision, you're in the money. Okay, now as far as the clip goes, you can watch how I do the combo, but I'm going to explain it to you a little bit so that you can understand fully. There's one rotation. Okay, in one rotation, you clip Wintry Tempest into your Ice Bash. Okay, and then clip your Focus Blast, which is your weapon, and clip that with Resonating Gale. Okay, then go back to your Focus Blast and clip it with the Frost Blast. Okay, and then go back to your Resonating Gale, and by the time you hit your Resonating Gale the second time, your Wintry Tempest will be ready for you to start the combo over. And that's how you do it. That's the entire combo for Ice. Okay, you just rotate back and forth, and it'll get you the damage that you're looking for. Now, as you see, you know, my numbers are from 101 CR, 144 skill points. I'm fully spec for DPS, which is 143 skill points. Okay, 143 is fully spec for DPS. DPS requires the most skill points out of all the powers. Okay, because you have to be, if you're fully spec for it, you're a monster. If you're not, you're decent. If you're below 100, you suck. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you know, don't go into, like, you know, there's a lot of controversy on the forums. You know, everybody's crying about Nexus and Paradox being too hard. Well, that's because you have no skill points. That's because you're leveling up, cheating, basically cheating in the game, jumping through, grabbing as much high level gear as you possibly can, but really you're not shit without your skill points. Okay? Now, there are some people that are the exception to this rule that have learned how to, it's not that they've learned how to do their power correctly, is that the people that have the skill points haven't taken the time to learn their powers correctly, so they're not able to do what they should be able to do. Okay? So, I mean, but if you have the skill points and you have the gear to back it up, you're a monster. See, people don't take into consideration, if you're a troll and you've got a high vite but no ability to recharge your power, you're not going to be able to give out as much power as a fully spec troll. I think a fully spec troll is like 125, 130 skill points. Fully spec healer is around 118 skill points. Fully spec tank is around 130 something. Okay, so you know, if you're not, that's why we have 100 skill point recruiting minimum, because you know we should make it around 115, because most powers require a minimum of about 115. The easiest one to fill out is healing, but honestly, to be fully spec for any role, you should have 143 skill points, because with 143 skill points, that gets you, it gets you everything needed. Like, for real, there's two sets of things for every power, no matter what, no matter how you look at it. You know, it might not be right underneath where your power's at in your power in your skill tree, but like, for instance, for healing, you know, everybody thinks that it ends at 118 because that's all your restoration, that's all of your, that's your restoration, that's your critical healing and all that. But in reality, if you notice, the next thing on there is the amount of power. Why? Because healers are a power drain. Okay? So, if you're a healer, you should be going spec down to that hunt. You should take your other skill points and spec them into that power, that 6-point power slot that's next on the healing thing. And you know, this is what makes the difference between a solo healer and somebody that has to have a backup all the time, because one, you haven't taken the time to know your power, and two, even though you know your power, you don't have the skill points to be able to handle yourself. You know, like, get on your skill points, people. Stop crying. Like, they nerfed the hell out of Nexus and Paradox, and now it's gonna be all you squishy motherfuckers. Well, you know what? You're ruining the game for yourself. Okay? You know, get your skill points up, and you'll appreciate skill points. It's not easy to get them. I know sometimes they suck, sometimes it's boring, but the end result makes you a better player than the people that don't. Period. So, get on it, people. There's no reason you shouldn't. Get that shit done. This is your boy Redemption. This is my Ice DPS loadout. I've taken it from a few masters at Ice. You know, I've only been Ice for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, but with the help of a few other people, Tony the Tank, he's a monster. He gave me parts of my loadout, and oh man, I want to tell you the other guy's name, but I don't remember off the top of my head. So my bad to him. But I don't know if I can, you know, this is what I've come up with between a few different people's loadouts. This is the best one that I've found to run, and so, you know, enjoy it, use it, and remember, go precision and might. When you get the T5, for you T5 people, you should be about 3,100, about 3,000 might, and about 1,000 to 2,000 precision. Okay, that's where you should be sitting. If you're not, it's because your skill points ain't high enough. Mods and gear don't do everything, people. They're called skill points for a reason. It's what gives you the skills you need to get stuff done. So get them. Then you can be a monster too. This is your boy Redemption signing out. Here's a clip from when we were in Paradox. This is the Sentry. The other two DPSs are, one's Mental, which is a high number, and one is Celestial.